Hey there, Steve here with Steve's Cool Stuff. I just wanted to show you one of the newest things I've got here. My friend Tyler picked this up for me at a show he went to. This is the new Seventh Day Slumber album, and this is the deluxe edition. So this album is Fractured Paradise, and this one is called Garden of Shadows. So the one that came out in 2024 had like a red cover, and like the parrot had really bright tropical colors. So this one looks different, and you know, he looks like he's really been through a mess. But with this one, I believe it is their first time on vinyl, Seventh Day Slumber having an album on vinyl. And so I'm really excited about this one. And it's also a gatefold. So they really went all out on this, I guess, with it being their first vinyl. And so there's that. And then there's the back. And it says that they're on New Day Records, but there's also other labels. So up here, I think, yeah, it says Rockfest Records 2025. So I guess maybe Rockfest is their main label. I don't know if Capitol Records, it's got like the Capitol label there. I don't know if Capitol's like a distributor, but you know, Capitol Records is big time. But yeah, this record is pretty killer. And like, I hadn't owned any Seventh Day Slumber albums since the Take Everything CD, which was like early 2000s. And they've really come a long way over the past 20 some years. Definitely a lot heavier now, which is, you know, more my style of music that I listen to. But let's go ahead and take a look at the vinyl. I had no idea if it was going to be colored vinyl or not until I opened it, because like there wasn't any stickers on there saying, you know, colored vinyl. But it's a double LP. And so here is the first album right here. And then you can see the other side. And then the other one is kind of similar in color, but different. It has more detail. So the second album actually looks just a little bit cooler. I'm going to show you that one. So I don't know if you can see all the colors in there, but it's got like gold and teal running through it, but it's very marbled. And something that's wild about it is, so this is side A, but side B is blank. So there's no music on side B of album 2. And so like you can even run your finger across, there's no grooves here. So it's the deluxe edition, so you get the bonus songs on album 2, but they fit them all on one side. So it's kind of unique, you know. I haven't had a lot of records over the years that were one-sided. I think there's been a time or two maybe I had a single, like a 45, that was one-sided. But a lot of times what they would do with those is even just put the same song on both sides. I've even had, you know, demo tapes that were that way. It only had 3 or 4 songs, and they just put the same tracks on each side. But with this record, I mean, they went all out with everything. So the vinyl is like really good quality. I have listened to it, and it sounds great. I've noticed with a lot of colored vinyl, the more translucent it is, which these are, you can, you know, kind of see through them. They usually sound a little more clear than the ones that are like a solid color. But even the sleeves that it came with, they're not just paper sleeves, but like they're the poly lined sleeves, and it's supposed to help not get as much static buildup. Plus, the ones that are paper inside, sometimes they kind of get little scuff marks. Doesn't really damage the record, but it kind of leaves some marks that you see on it. But yeah, they went all out on these, and I would say they should be selling out of these on vinyl, you know, especially for, you know, the fan base that they have. This band's been around for probably a little over 25 years now. I think they came out in the late 90s. But yeah, if you're a fan of Christian metal, you know, if you like, you know, the heavier stuff, you know, they're not like growling type metal. They might do that every now and then, but good quality lyrics. His voice, he can sing like quality, like it's not always screaming or yelling, but he has a good tone to his voice, and they can be melodic too and still be heavy at the same time. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Seventh Day Slumber in a while, like it had been a while for me, then I highly suggest checking these guys out, and you know, pick up the vinyl, because I'm sure it's probably limited. And so you want to always get in on these early in the game when you can, because once they've been out for a couple years, price goes up and you end up having to get it on Discogs for like over $100. But that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. God bless.